Sammy the Bull. Anyone want to have a heart-to-heart conversation? It's time to honestly discuss your feelings with each other. At least that's what somebody wants to do with you. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed. I have an intuitive message for you. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. So there's someone who's feeling broken spirit and who could be struggling with having a broken spirit, or and someone's also jealous of your spirit. I don't think that's the same person. And then there's too many blockages in the chakra. And I have the Earth Song by Michael Jackson. You know, the Earth Song is like, what about God's giving life? What about the creatures? What about the animals? You know, and that's talking about the I kind of feel like the economic fail is hitting all of us. It has all obviously impacted all of us as a collective, and it put a lot of people in a Great Depression, and a lot of things got destroyed or just closed down or just totally just ruined, in a financial ruin and a economic ruin, and not having the resources to keep up like the harvest crop in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Like your farmland, like a lot of stuff is just dried up. And I think that you have a pitch. Okay, I think you're starting to see what the issue is from a begrudging standpoint. And what I mean when I say that is, when we had it good, we didn't appreciate it. The grass was not greener now because the grass ain't shit. It's dried up. It's like totally ruined. We don't have anything to feed off of, or barely anything to feed off of. You wonder. I get the intuition that some of you wonder, how are people feeding their children properly every day? They may eat something every day, but it's improper it's hard to feed your families on a consistent basis, like a basic breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day with these issues. Okay, and I think somebody just had enough. Like, I'm fed up. That's what I feel. So having a heart-to-heart conversation with the right people, like the deacons of the church, like building a new, like, we gotta be multifaceted with how we're going to build this community back up. We gotta make it green again, especially if I'm hearing the Michael Jackson Earth Song. You know how he gets real passionate in the song because the elephants, the animals are dying. You're destroying the natural habitat of what Earth is supposed to be, all behind politics. Now we get it. Now somebody's starting to like wake up and smell the coffee. Or I'm not able to make coffee properly because we don't have the right resources now, because this earth is in a ruin. Our life is in a ruin. What about our children? What about the animals? What about the natural habitats of everything? Even if you look at this from a financial standpoint, this is bullshit. So what started all this? In my Starseed deck, we got the new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Like, something's got to give. And it's time to go deep, because this woman is standing by the ocean. She's standing in a body of water. And she's looking at a new earth. She's dreaming of a change is going to come. I should put Sam Cooke on this too. A change has to come. Like, you could not be serious. We did not seriously wish this upon ourselves for those who pushed out the right resource that had everything up and running. And what's further amplifying that is forge, don't follow. Sometimes you just get to a point where it's like, okay, everybody don't want to work together. I'm just going to have to do it myself. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And what's further, let's start with the new earth. Hurt and heal. A lot of us made that stupid ass decision because we're speaking and acting from a hurt space. How long are we going to hold that over our own head, over our family's head? How long is history going to make us, we're going to allow history, or the mentality that history had us in, to make us suffer? You have to trust. And what's peeling back the layers with that is trust. Two cards talking about trust came out on this side. A lack of trust is what landed us in this bullshit situation. It's karmic. Trust is to be able to trust what you cannot yet see with your own eyes, but use your imagination. Create your dreams in your mind, and they will become clear for you to see. If we would have changed our minds about X amount of time sooner, we probably wouldn't be in this situation. Now, people are starting to regret. And I don't even feel regret, I feel remorse. And the next card about trust because it came out together. Trust the process. Everything is as it should be, though. Even though it might not seem that, it may seem like everything is wrong right now. Live life with an open heart, but don't resist. But thank each experience that guides you on your way. The road might be bumpy, but don't give up and don't lose faith. Speaking of faith, why am I starting these readings off and not praying? Our wrath, we have wronged our soul. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we will certainly be of the losers. Surah number 7, ayat number 23. That talks about Adam not fearing his sins. That's talking about him repenting and he will be forgiven. I get a lot of people are tired of the tit for tat. Because on this side, about forging and not following, it's about, you got fire. That's passion. Okay? That's passion. That's about confidence, optimism, and passion and bravery. And what's further amplifying that is, if you could create anything you wanted, what would it be? Journal or sketch your creations on a piece of paper. Start with believing you have limitless possibilities to create in this world. I hear with the Temptations, I'm glad there is you. You are so special. The most special you this world is ever going to see. Follow your bliss, walk your own path, and let your special talent shine bright for everyone to see. You're going to find your husband doing this civil rights activist movement for everybody. It's not just for a certain group of people, it's for everybody, because everybody's equally struggling. No, I mean, everybody is in the same boat. We're all drowning right now. So the place and space that you're at now with someone wanting to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you, someone left you when the road got tough. So maybe when the economy got bad, they dipped. They went where they thought the grass was greener. And that was a mistake. I'm so sorry I did that to you. I'm so sorry. Okay, you got deep cellular healing here. Where you're at now is that physical and emotional healing. And that Mercury is clarifying that. Think, learn, network, and communicate. Like, we have to heal from a larger horizon. That's a good word. And this cellular healing, hurt and healing, and being able to trust, that goes there. And the courageous pony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. And then you have Leo, so you have more fire. Okay? Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. It's time we got some heart. You're getting some heart to make life better for you and your family. It's like enough is enough. But I think it's going past more than you and your family. It's time to let bygones be bygones, okay? With the square, when you have the square, you have a challenging situation, a mountain to climb, which is the current situation. Let bygones be bygones. The future can be very different from your past, as will, I think, your current too. Give life the opportunity to offer new experiences to you, and don't let your beliefs from your past stand in the way of your bright future. That's where people are coming to take accountability with. I let my past ignorance or negativity or distrust, lack of trust, fuck my life up. Okay, fuck my money up. And it's more than just money. We really just messed our life up. Being in this situation messed our life up in a lot of ways. But it also builds character. Okay, and where am I going with that is loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Don't be so controlling. And with that is trying not to compare your life or situation to those of others. When faced with new things or people, just say, interesting. Keeping your mind open and awake. You don't have to feel inferior. Don't feel inferior. All the possibilities are as open to you as they are to others. This is somebody's deading racism. Somebody's setting a better example with themselves by looking at the man in the mirror. Okay, I know I started with Michael Jackson, but that's true. Somebody's starting with looking at the man in the mirror. Like, I got a little bit of racism by way of environmental attitude or just by way of anything. That's another codependency card underneath that. You've got love, Set the right kind of boundaries with that kind of stuff. Don't hang around people who's still on that type of shit, man or woman. I like how the two people here is with the pink and the blue, but I also feel like how you got in this predicament is people pushing that shit off on you. That's what I mean when I say environmental attitude. And then you end up accidentally coming off a little bit racist. Because in your mannerism and your etiquettes, you say thank you to others as often as you can. You have you have a lot of respect. You say thank you to life. You say thank you to yourself. You come with a lot of gratitude, and that allows you to trust life. And trust is the foundation for dreams to come true. So it's something about repenting for an error of judgment, brief error of judgment, so that everything could come into fruition. And then I got building. When you start to build your new project, you got to do things differently. And this says build your email list and nurture your audience by staying in touch. And what I'm getting from that, and I heard this bold as day, the people you're going to meet, the people who are more conducive to where you're going, they don't text you on your cell phone. They communicate via email, because they don't have, every night is not going to be hanging out with the guys and partying, or hanging out with the girls and partying. They don't work. They got all that time to party. The people who work, who are entrepreneurial, who work, they build email lists. They communicate via email because they're multitasking. That's why they send an email and they continue working. They don't multitask by being fake busy sending texts. So that's significant. Everybody who's sending you a text got too much time on their hands, and I don't mean to be rude when I say that, but everybody you need to be talking to now is going to communicate via email. So this is worth publishing a book. Starting that book you always wanted to write. Get your message out and touch people's lives, and that's a subtle way to start off. And then by marketing it, you're connecting with people who communicate via email, and you're building your own email list with the contacts you do have, and the contacts you're going to continue to go meet, get their email, and communicate with them, and stay in touch with them like that. So it's about focus and prioritizing. Somebody's house is pink, black, and white too. I don't know why I just saw that. Somebody decorates their house with pink, black, and white. Narrow your focus. Split energy leads to poor results. Prioritize your most important business tasks and get them done first. And what I feel like that is repeating that you obviously learned your lesson and you just want to move forward. Shuffle for Taurus. Having heart-to-heart conversations. The most important heart-to-heart conversations you need to have. See that strength and integrity. You worked and then was Leo. That's a lot of Leo energy. That getting into that energy of bravery. Even if you don't have Leo in your chart, just getting into that energy of bravery and having a heart to stand up for what you believe in and let your true self be seen. You don't have to sit behind the realm of negativity or people who stood for something that was a lot more toxic. It did us more harm than it did good. So it don't pay to say I'm with either party. I'm more of a liberal. I'm more independent. But when it comes to these things about running for office and things like that, you want to look at, with the Two of Cups on the bottom, you want to look at who's the best candidate for the overall collective. Like who's going to make this earth, keep this earth in a more up and up, more stabilized space, instead of it being so scarce, instead of us losing resources, looking like the weak target, being picked at, being bullied at, making it a recipe for disaster. Who's not going to make my family, my life, for me and my family, as I'm standing on United States soil? I'll use the United States for example right now. It doesn't have to be the United States. It could be anywhere in the world, but I'll use the United States right now. Standing on United States soil where where my mother raised me, my father raised me. I'm raising my children for a period of time, okay, while I'm still here, even long after I'm gone, because I still have family that's still going to be here. This is somebody who has a very broad interpretation of life. They have a very broad horizon. They don't mind venturing out to learn anew. But I would like it to remain on the up and up. So you vote for the candidate, regardless of what party they're at. You vote for the candidate who is more conducive for how you're going to raise you and your family. Unfortunately, people don't know enough. Certain groups of people don't know enough about their history as to why they're Democrats in the first place. You need to be freed from that mental imprisonment that's been keeping you stuck or keeping your family stuck for generations for too long. Okay? That is meant to be a cap off. It's a cap off with being in that particular party, and it's meant to keep slavery going. You just can't directly call it slavery. Where the other party is talking about freeing the slaves, and remaining more independent, let people use their creativity. But where I feel like is you're taking a more liberal stance. You're taking a more liberal stance. Is like, what can I just bring to the table and just set the example that way? Because while I'm in the driver's seat, I'm a parental figure, I'm a leader. Whether you're a parental figure or not, you just want better for the people, for your group of people, as well as other people. It don't just have to be everybody else. You don't have the comparison contrast. And sometimes you could have been in a space, a mental space, where you're pointing the fingers, or or you're around people who point the fingers, saying, "Hey, you have better opportunities. It's easy for you to be XYZ because you had these opportunities and I didn't." And that's a crock of shit. You're starting to realize that. So having these heart-to-heart conversations could mean you could be running for office or stepping up to the plate where we're taking accountability for where we were limiting ourselves. Multifaceted. Let your voice, unique nature, let yourself be seen. I'm tired of this shit. King of Cups, fair and just. Three of Swords, Queen of Swords. Yeah, someone's heavy in their feelings. I feel like the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords is in the middle. So what I'm getting from this is these are two different energies. One is more, a King of Cups is very fair, reasonable, law enforcer type of person. Queen of Swords could be a warrior, a law enforcer as well. But these are two democratic parties. One is masculine, one is feminine. Okay? One thrives off of being receptive. One allows you to be receptive. One allows you to take accountability. And in the middle, you got the Three of Swords, where it's like, you don't have to be one party or the next. Like, that's making the segregation. That's where we feel rejected. A lot of these issues fucked up our surroundings. And now we're stuck being rejected because we feel like we can't do anything. It's a mindset. It's a poor mindset. And what's on the bottom is the Empress. Taurus. I don't think you want to keep this one to yourself. I think this is one, I need to go bigger. I need to go hard or go home. Okay? I need to work on this for the remainder of humanity and die doing that. That's going to keep me healthy, keep me mentally strong, emotionally strong, physically strong. It helps me to say the right things out of my mouth where I'm not cursing myself or my lineage or cursing other groups of people. Very wise, very mature, because this is an entrepreneurial, independent. This is a liberal right here. It's somebody who does her own thing. And then again with the Earth. I like this deck of cards because her the pregnant belly looks like the Earth. Like this. This is like, look how it goes from a ruin to harvest crop again. Don't forge, don't follow. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay, a new earth. So to bring all this together, you can't care about what people think. You just have to do it. And that's where you're at. The Queen of Pentacles. The King of Swords. So that's more balanced energy, but they're still opposing energies. They're very different. But what I like with these two energies is stoic. It's like I'm taking something from this one, and I'm taking something from this one, and I'm creating something new with it. With the King of Swords, that's actual, factual, concise, wise. They know their stuff. But sometimes I feel like somebody's nose is so up in the air that it can make them a little isolated or make you feel, it has made you feel isolated. So it could be the attitude of the collective that's like their nose is too up in the air because they know every fucking thing. Having these heart-to-heart conversations will help, balance that out with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, let's be practical. Let's be reasonable. Okay? This can benefit everybody. You see? This is for all mankind. I like how the Queen of Pentacles is also pointing to the Empress. And so is the King of Swords. Alright. The Chariot, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to plant seeds, the Judgment. So the Chariot is, you got to have that trust. It goes back to having a trust that everything is as it should be. And realize where you were lacking trust in the past and how it limited, it blocked everything. You have to trust what you cannot see. That's what the Chariot is all about. It's trusting, it's being able to trust what you cannot yet see with your eyes, but you use your creativity, walking in blind faith. So that's Seven of Pentacles, and now it says paralysis. Or physical paralysis. Waiting for something to come into fruition. You stop that. I feel like a lot of that is like, yeah, I planted those seeds, but now I need to give it the oxygen to grow. Let me go out there and campaign in some way or another, some small way or another. With judgment is using the discernment. I think that's about repentance. Because look at how her soul, how she has her hands up. She has her hands up. So that's submission to the Most High. You're starting to trust the Most High. Even though you see a King and Queen of Swords here, it's like nostalgia. It's like what happened. It's giving nostalgia energy. It's like you need things to be the way they traditionally used to be. Or with this King and Queen of Swords, it also became a divorce for somebody with the King and Queen of Swords, because them two sitting on top of each other, their backs are to each other. And there's a Three of Swords to justify that. So you might be more balanced with this Pentacles and on top of this Queen of Cups. That's a more balanced energy. And this is a more even level, let me level with you. Instead of balancing out each other's differences and strengths and work off of that. Instead of being hard-headed with each other or stubborn with each other. The Six of Cups is nostalgia. I did say somebody wanted to apologize. Let's have a heart-to-heart conversation. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I left you out there to deal with that shit on your own. Somebody must have been a know-it-all. And then somebody was forced to be tough enough to go on their own. It's like, well, if I got to do it on my own, I might as well create something bigger for my family. I'm not going to stop until I do it. Like, you got to walk on blind faith. So really, I'm showing empathy now. It's like, do you understand how hard it is to be forced to deal with everything on your own behind somebody's arrogance and negligence? It's very poor character. Someone was in poor taste and in poor character, and now they're starting to realize that because it fucked up everybody, like this economy, like that decision to push out that stronger resources for what the economy needed as a collective, and put a weaker resource in that space to be responsible for such a thing, when that was unrealistic. And to watch it unfold before your eyes and watch it deteriorate before your own eyes is very sad. It's just absolutely like, this is fucking ridiculous. This is unacceptable. Okay? We as a collective have to do better. You can't just stand by and just allow some shit like that to happen. This is happening in Taurus season. If this is not happening to someone with any kind of Taurus placements in their chart. And somebody, whoever made your life more difficult for you, left you with all the accountabilities, like that's your job, like that's what you're supposed to do. And what the fuck about my job? What about your job? You asshole. Eccentric said it for you. You don't have to curse at anybody. I'm just saying. It helps to get it out. Like some of these sessions, a lot of these sessions are really like to like vent out. Is a place a place of emotional security, but it's also a place of progress. Meaning, you don't have to sit in your feelings about it. You don't have to ignore your feelings about it and start to create limited beliefs about yourself or about the experience or what you're deserving to have. You're changing your mind. You're getting wise. It's like, let me go back and restudy history the way it needs to be studied, because people can shove down your throat what they want you to know when you're when you're fulfilling somebody else's prophecy or fulfilling somebody else's dream as a collective. They're going to shove down your throat what they want you to know, and that's beneficial for them only, and you're the one doing all the footwork. Their footwork is built off the back of you. It's like, well, if I'm going to be the one doing all the work, it might as well be something for myself. Now you're getting it. You know, now that common sense is kicking in, that education is kicking in, that logic is kicking in. Let's be practical here. Let's be reasonable. I can't feed my children off the back of your dream because my value only, it doesn't exceed past what you think I should have or what you think I'm worth. And that's not realistic. Like, you don't want to be treated half-assed in a relationship, even going as petty as a connection with somebody. You don't have to be with nobody to be successful. And if you feel like you like partnership, if you value partnership, you don't have to settle for less, but you don't have to show up half-assed neither. This person's starting to realize that. Like, the shoe is on the other foot now. It's like, my thought process and error and negativity and arrogance and way of thinking, I thought I knew everything. Turns out I don't know shit because I'm struggling, she's struggling, the kid's struggling, business is suffering. Everything as a collective is down for the count. So now, now I wish things will work the way they used to be because I feel stuck. But you don't have to sit in your feelings about it. Knowing that you got what it takes to change the situation, and knowing that you could do more to change the situation if you stop being so stubborn. Something about somebody's stubbornness, and I don't think it's you. I just feel like it was taken out on you, Taurus. So it's time, you're at the space and place. It's like, as long as you trust God, you're going to start to let bygones be bygones. The future can be very different from your past. It's like, this upheaval battle, if you want a divorce, you can have a fucking divorce. I don't care. Because we have real separation anyway as a collective. We as the United States, using them as an example, is a whole separation as a collective for real. And it's or I should say it like it's an outdated belief at this point, because anybody who considers themselves any kind of law-abiding citizen or United States citizen, everybody's fucked up right now. Everything is fucked up right now. It's not, your business could be a lot more further along. Even if you're already an established, successful business, it's still fucked up around you. Everything is fucked up. That's depression. So you're not more different. You're not more, what do you say? Your money can't save you any more than it can save me. Right now, we all on a Titanic ship. We all sinking right now. Everybody. I need that angelic support. I need harmony. I need God. I need God. I need God in the mix. All you gotta do is take the first step. He got the rest. So, as heavy as that is, it's very deep in perspective. It's just a different perspective. Okay? Now everybody's starting to realize you forgot your manners at home, back at your mother's house, back at your grandmother's house, back where you came from. I need those mannerisms now. Gratitude allows you to trust life, and trust is the foundation for turning this whole situation around. That's what I'm getting from it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.